Movie, very well done.
Yeah,
Okay,
very
and
good.
You can tell your friends now to go back in channel because we're not going to spoil any more of the movie.
We're done talking about Chronicles of Narnia, and now talk about King Kong.
King Long.
Long Kong.
King Long, 5-hour movie.
About 3.5, but
felt like 6. It was a good movie, but it was long, and it was long. And they could have. I would have liked it twice as much if it was half as long.
Well, that's Peter Jackson.
So I give it a 4.
Yeah, Peter Jackson, he makes pretty movies, but he does make them way too long.
It would have been an 8 if it was an hour and a half, but he decided to stretch it out, so it gets a 4.
I liked it. The bug scene creeped me out. There's a scene with bugs. Not going to spoil it because I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's just a scene with bugs that creeped me out.
Yeah, the costumes are good. The apes costume. I like the fact that King Kong wasn't like... He was a little weird looking. His face was kind of warped to one side. And it looked like he'd been beat up and he had that snaggle tooth. And, you know, it looked like he'd seen some age. He wasn't like, oh, what a cute little monkey type character. But he's kind of brutal looking. So...
Now, see, my thing, and I was talking to somebody else about this, and my mom actually was like big proof of this. When a filmmaker approaches 3 hours for a film, they need to come up with the concept of the intermission again. Yeah. I know theaters don't like that.
Break it up.
But 3 hours, especially for people who are not used to sitting down for extensive periods of time, like my mom, who are starting to suffer from arthritis, cannot sit for that long. Plus, if you order a drink and you drink it during the beginning of the movie, you're going to miss part of the movie because after 3 hours, you got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, every play has an intermission.
Yeah.
The only problem with intermissions is
people can sneak in.
In a play, you have assigned seats.
Yep.
In an intermission, you go take a wee, you come back.
Well, someone saves it.
Yeah, but if the whole group has to go wee, because you only have 10 minutes.
Seats. Well, there are other movies in the past that have had intermissions.
You pee in your cup.
Movies like Gone with the Wind and Sound of Music.
Well, like you guys never peed in your cup before. I mean, come on.
Well, but seriously, movies in the past that were based on movies in the movies that were movie films like The Sound of Music, Gone with the Wind, and My Fair Lady. They're really long.
It's a mad.
They have intermissions. They actually put 5-minute intermissions in there. It gives you a chance to stretch if you need to stretch your legs.
Right. They had an intermission in the Family Guy movie.
But wait a minute, why would you want to? Well, I guess if you got a really crappy seat, you'd want to switch seats halfway through, I suppose.
Yeah, because if you came in late to begin with and you were sitting front row, then during intermission you go up and get a nice comfy seat, causing somebody else to have to go.
Oh, we almost got that. When Yappy and I went to go see King Kong, we actually switched theaters out because we got in there. All the seats were taken except for the first 2 in the front row corners. I'm like, your ass. There's no way I'm watching a 3.5-hour movie in that kind of position. I'd get a nosebleed.
All right, am I the only one who was gay enough to see Memoirs of a Geisha?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, did anyone see? Oh, wait, go ahead. Tell us about Memoirs of a Geisha.
All right, Memoirs of a Geisha. I heard like bad reviews about it, whatever, but it looked interesting, so I went and saw it. It is also long, however, it was actually pretty good. I have to say that I approved. I thought it was pretty good. It really actually shows a lot of things that people might not realize. Like the quick assumption is that a Japanese geisha. Oh, hello. What in the world?
Hi, Ronan.
Yay.
Hi.
It's Ronan, Kim.
I'm so comfy down here. Man, can we do interviews like this all the time? Like really comfy and everything?
Well, we could, but there's a danger of things of you doing things like that.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well. It was an interesting movie. It was actually pretty informative. The instant assumption that a lot of people have about geisha is that they're actually prostitutes. That's not.
Eat it.
What is it? Okay. Another thing. I thought I was going to stick it in my nose for a second there. All right. The assumption is that geisha are actually prostitutes. It's not the case. They're actually cultured and educated women who are artists in dance, extremely good at conversation.
You don't say.
And
you're going to have a harder time saying now. So continue, please. They're good in conversation.
They're extremely good at conversation.
Yes.
And
He's not
everything
gonna be able
they
to
do,
chew that.
from how they walk to how they speak to how they dress,
You're gonna choke.
is all very artistic and controlled. They are artists of movement and full of life and
Okay,
soul.
now Ronan, I would like for you to say, what is it that they said from My Fair Lady when they put the blackest moss, the flower pots were thickly crusted, one and all. Please say it 5
I
times.
can't even remember that.
I rarely hear anybody talk.
With blackest moss,
The flower pots
the flower pots
were thickly crusted,
were thickly crusted,
one and all.
one and all.
And say it like there's nothing in your mouth.
Say it like you mean it.
Say it like there's nothing in your mouth. Forget the pebbles are even there.
I'm not Blue Man Group.
Say it.
Now pull out that wad of Tootsie Roll.
With
Let's see it.
moss,
With
blackest
blackest
moss,
the flower pots
the flower pots
were thickly crusted, one
were
and all.
thickly crusted, one and all.
Excellent. With a
Excellent.
mouthful of Tootsie Roll.
Now pull out your wad of Tootsie Roll. Let's take a look at
I'm
it.
not going to do that, no.
Take a
That'll
look
be-
to your left.
That would be horrendously disgusting.
Look to your left.
If you get me a cup to do it into, I'll do it.
You want disgusting? I usually only hear a hooker talk like that.
Point. Give him tongue.
Into the goggles?
Not the goggles.
No, give me something else.
Swallow it! I say that a lot too.
Point. Give him. Kiss him. Point.
Chubby chipmunk.
Give him a wet willy in the nose, in the ear.
It's a bib.
Great. Now I look like I'm at the dentist.
Okay, rinse and spit. Wow.
He laid a two-toner.
Oh, and back they go. It really does look like you're eating a turd.
How much was that doggy in the window?
The one with the waggly tail.
That's awesome. Yay, Ronan. We love Ronan.
Yay, Ronan.
Do we have an otter friend coming out later tonight?
No.
No. Okay. So, other movies. Oh, did anyone see Brokeback Mountain?
No, I have not seen Brokeback
Has
Mountain
anyone
yet.
in channel seen Brokeback Mountain?
Not
the
yet.
story of the gay cowboys.
Not yet.
Eating pudding, I bet. Gay cowboys.
Gay cowboys.
Do we do a roll call?
Not
No.
yet.
Not yet.
Hey, Kanoit. How you doing, my friend? You don't say.
He's
Yeah,
got
he
the
is.
nose on.
Really?
I wasn't going to say it, but can anybody else think of that movie, Brokeback Mountain, and not think of James Stewart and John Wayne Tungan?
No.
No, we don't.
That's not that's farthest from my head.
It's not for mine.
Would you mind saluting it?
Sure.
I don't know where this is going, but I don't know where this is going.
I saluted it.
So, Kanoit.
No one has seen this movie. No one cares.
Not
No
yet.
one's admitting.
Kanoit.
Apparently it's pretty good, but not a lot of people have seen it.
So you're visiting.
Yeah?
You're visiting, and you look like Poink. Well, we know you're better looking, but that's beside the point.
I guess there's a bit of a risk to go see this movie too, because if you bump into coworkers,
Yeah.
it's like, hey, what are you doing seeing this movie?
Have you seen this movie, Kanoit?
You got something you want to share with us there, pal? There, Bob? Hey, Bob?
Kanoit, have you seen this movie?
No.
Did you star in it? Oh, you did. You didn't. Oh, I
That's what he wore.
see.
Yeah. The way to see it.
Oh, you were just a stand-in. For who?
He was a stunt penis.
Did they show anything in this movie?
Don't know. Haven't seen it.
Is it rated? Is like, did they like show him doing it?
It's our.
It ends up being like gay porn.
They
They show the willies. They don't show
Woo,
willies.
woo.
Okay. There's no willies in this movie.
Ooh. I wish I knew, Val.
He's about to make the Monty Python.
I have issues with this.
What?
That they can show full frontal nudity for a woman and have it still be rated R. However, they will not show full frontal nudity for a man.
Well, it's not because of the rating.
If they show penis, it's rated X.
Well,
Period, end of
no.
statement.
It's just you don't need a wide-angle lens for one.
Well, see, if you show a man's nipples...
In the mood for something different? Then come into Beavers, America's favorite new theme restaurant. Beavers. Good times. Drinks, and mouth-watering food that'll leave you saying, "We love Beavers."
I want the clam strips.
And I'll have the big beaver. The Big Beaver. Done any way you like it. So how do you like your Big Beaver?
I like my Big Beaver hot and juicy with lots of cheese.
I like my Big Beaver pink in the middle.
We come here all the time.
For a nice picnic, try our box lunches.
Beavers. There's one opening up near you.
Okay, everybody take
Everybody
in the audience, take a moment and wipe off your screen.
You know that on Real Player, that looked totally in focus.
I know. I was gonna say they were blurred, but then Real Player put it back together.
I feel dirty.
Wow, that was creepy wrong.
I feel like a box lunch.
Oh my word!
I feel dirty.
Goodness.
I think I need to shower.
Yeah, something. Wow.
And that was shown on TV, so that didn't break our rating because that was on TV.
That was on cable.
No, that was on over-the-air TV.
It was on over-the-air TV?
I want to do that.
I bet you do.
Wow. So,
I'd hit it.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's not a real commercial, is it?
No.
It was probably like a SNL skit.
It's a joke.
Saturday Night
Okay,
Live or
good.
Mad TV.
Yeah,
or
probably
Good
Saturday Night
joke.
Live.
Wow. Beavers.
So they were just talking about full frontal woman nudity. I figured.
Yeah, well, actually, there are movies that have full frontal male nudity that are rated R.
There are?
Yeah.
What?
They can't be
Porky's 2.
They can't.
Porky's
Yeah,
one.
Porky's 2. Porky's 2 had peepees.
For the male, it can't be. It can't be.
Erect?
Yeah, it can't be an excited male. It has to
Yeah.
There was
Oh, it has
actually
to be
one. There was actually one where you saw Kevin Bacon, all his bits and everything in Hollow Man.
Really?
Yeah, you saw all his pieces.
Wow.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
I must have missed that.
Well, he was
Yeah.
invisible.
No. When he was first on the table before he became invisible,
Yeah.
he ended up being totally nude. So you saw like all his bits and everything.
Huh.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So bits. Bits make rated
Bits.
R.
Yeah.
Excited bits is rated X.
Yeah.
And see, you can't really tell the difference on a woman when she's excited or not when she's standing.
She can, though.
But for now, that's a for now thing because later on in life, you'll
Yeah.
see all that change around.
Really?
I mean, remember when well, you won't remember it. No, none of us will. But they said, frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn in Gone with the Wind.
And
that was
people
like
were
the
like,
big rating breaker. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, how could they say that? He said, damn.
You know what else? I was actually talking to somebody in the airport. See, I flew home. I flew
Yeah.
back to Texas. And I was talking to someone in the airport. I feel very sorry for kids that are growing up now, kids that are like 5 years old.
Yeah.
They will not ever know the joy of being able to go into the airport terminal and watch the planes take off. They don't want the little kids to go and say, you can't push your nose up against the glass, watch the planes take off and go,
You can't do that anymore?
no, if you don't have a ticket, you can't go in the terminal anymore.
Well, you can watch them from on the street.
But you can't go up to the gate like you used to when you were when you were little. You used to be able to go up with your family to someone who was flying away. You could sit there at the gate and talk to them and have coffee and whatnot.
Oh.
And then afterwards, the kids would all stand at the window and they'd press their nose up against the window and they'd watch the plane take off.
Right. So instead, we have safety.
Yes.
Well, good. Screw you, kids.
Because the
It's
kids
not
are
happening.
big threats.
We
Those little
have-
5-year-old kids are bad news.
That's right.
I
And
got
anything
news
that
for ya.
saves me from crashing into the earth while I'm in the plane, those kids aren't allowed to even touch it. You kids ain't even allowed to talk about airplanes.
The only time
That'll
I
make
ever
it
went to an
safer.
airport to see a plane take off, I was stoned. We don't need more of that.
Well, you just sit on Airport Drive and watch them fly over your head.
Exactly.
Actually, yes, that you can't park there anymore either because they consider that a security reach. So
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't be near the airport.